Hey, how's it going, guys? So, people aren't really understanding just how bad this update really is, and I'm partially to blame for that because I didn't explain myself very well. But ever since then, and I looked it up a bit more, and it's much worse than I thought, actually. All right, because I didn't think about the whole thing. I saw the update, I tried it a little bit, I went nope because this is awful. I hate how this works now, and I didn't try anything else. But now with a little bit more time, there's stuff that I use so much and it's so useful that it's now broken. I can't do it. Like doing, for example, health systems. So at the beginning of the scene, give this entire group of objects this amount of health. You can't do that. You have to declare it for every single object in that group for you to be able to change that variable. I don't know. I'll get into that in a second, right? I'll show you. So, anyways, we're on the old version right now. So the first example to show you the difference between the workflows is I want a variable right now. I'm going to use the same example. Let's use a scene boolean. Let's say I want to do some sort of toggle system. So I click condition. I just type in scene boolean, like scene boo. Does that show up? Yeah, boolean variable. It's right there. I don't know who, like the people who are saying like, oh, this is so much easier because there's less options and stuff. It's like, no, it's right there. What was the issue? I don't get it. This is so easy. I'm blind. I'm literally blind. My eyesight is the worst. I never had an issue with this. And even if I click the wrong thing, I just go, oops, click again. It's all good. So let's say I want this to be, I don't know, test. Is all good. So I have my variable. I don't need to declare it. I choose the condition that I want, true or false. And that's it. Click OK. I'm done. What was the issue? It was so easy. Why does this can't exist anymore? And I'll show you why I think so in a second when we change versions. Now, for the other one, what I was talking about, for example, let's say I want to do a health system for my tiles. I would go add, I'll do object number variable, right? It's right there. Again, I don't know who goes through all these options and goes, I wonder which one of these it is. Because it says right there, right? Objects, variables, number. There you go. It was so easy. Right, so which object do we want? I want tiles. Let's do world tiles. For example, it's right there, my object. And now the variable, I want it to be health, for example, and set it to, let's say, 10. Now let's pretend I did the condition at the beginning of the scene. So now at the beginning of the scene, it's going to change the every tile in world tiles, and it's going to give him a variable called health with 10. And there we go. It was so easy. It was seconds, right? You can't do this in the new version. You can't do this kind of stuff. Now, and for the people who declare their variables, you can do the exact same thing in this version that you can do in the new one. That didn't change at all, right? So now let's change versions. And to do that, how do I do it? I go home. I go about GDevelop, if I'm not mistaken, and update. So we wait a little second. There you go. Is it ready? It is, right? Oh, there we go. Now it is. Now it is. Yeah, it is ready. All right, so we just close. Sorry, you're just gonna have to bear with us a little bit. Let's minimize that. Just give it a moment. Man, when I saw the object thing, I was like, no. This you're kidding me, right? You're taking the piss. And I did make the arguments like I think other engines, don't require you to declare stuff. And someone said, yeah, coding, some of them do, and if you don't, it's for beginners or whatever. It doesn't matter, right? The point is, why must GDevelop declare their variables? Why can't the workflow be that painless, right? It was such a good thing. It was so freeing. When I learned how to use variables in GDevelop, I was like, oh my God, this is so freeing. Right, now let's do the exact same thing. Let's do a boolean. So now, right now, I want a boolean. So now I type in variable. Now I select that one. Now, because people pointed out and I don't declare my variables ever, right? You can go here on the side. Wait, that's grayed out? Oh, no. You can't click it. There we go. So we go here and then let's declare. Let's do. It doesn't matter, right? It can be whatever. And then we select, we want a boolean. There you go. And it's false. And I press apply. And is my, yeah, it's already there. And this changed to a boolean now because it's like smart detect, whatever the heck it is. And now I press OK. Cool beans. I made my thing. Now here's the thing that I didn't show you on the other one. The other one, if I wanted a different boolean, all I had to do was this. And then change its name. Here, I can't do that. On the other one, I could, and I could just have a different boolean without the steps of actually going into conditions and changing stuff and typing in and all that stuff. It's right there. But on this one, you can't. Now you can argue and say, but this still works, even though it's red, it works. But it's ugly. I can't read it. And if they're trying to change away from declaring like being able to use undeclared variables, then this is going to stop working, right? That's the whole thought process, as far as I understand, right? So this doesn't work. So you can't do that. So if you want a different one, you're going to have to go in. On the old version, if I decide I don't want this variable, it's gone just like that. If I decide that I don't want this variable, then I need to go here and then delete the variable and then hit OK or whatever, right? So we always have extra steps. And then if you go, oh, actually, I could use that, then you're going to have to go in and redo it or Control Z or whatever. Anyways, so now to the groups, because this is my favorite part. So variable. Change variable. There we go. I was going to complain about that, but give it a minute. Give it a minute. So now let's say, oh no, it's an object variable. Sorry. There you go. See, I misclicked. I went back. I clicked on the other one. Oh my god, the concept, right? So object. Let's do the same thing. World tiles. World tiles. There we go. And I want my variable to be health. And I want to set the value to 10. This is not declared. Okay, let's declare. Oh, you mean I can't declare? I have to go and declare for every single object in that group? What if there's like 100 objects? What if there was 5? Do you know how many more clicks and how much I have to like stop to do that kind of stuff and then come back to the process of programming my game when I could just do that? But you can say, oh, but that's what a real programmer does. That's what people do when they want to make games without GDevelop. Then I would work on something other than GDevelop if I knew how to code properly, right? But I mean GDevelop because GDevelop makes working so easy. That was the whole thing. By the way, let me just click just to make sure that, yep, it's there. It's not working. Wait, where is it? It's there. Yeah, it's there. It's not working. I mean, it is working now, even though it says red and there's an error. It still works. But if we're going to go through the, well, that, is going to stop working one day, then you might as well not work now, right? Because you got to prepare for the future. If GDevelop is doing something that's so good, why does this have to change, right? Right? If the workflow was so good before, if it was so quick to do this kind of stuff, why go? If other ones do, we're gonna do it too. It's like one of those like, oh, if your friend jumps off the bridge, are you gonna jump too? I know it's a silly thing, but it's, if you have something that's better, why go back and make it worse, right? And I'm guessing it's because of this. type in variable, and now you have this stuff for the multiplayer, right? So player variable ownership and so on. I'm guessing there's some sort of thing that they have to be declared. There's some funky business where a variable needs to be declared for this stuff to work properly. So they changed it somehow. Because apparently, I'd never heard about this, but apparently they were already warning us that this was going to be a change and that they were going to change the variables to be mandatory to declare. And I don't think they just out of nowhere went multiplayer, right? Or whatever it is they're cooking up, right? There's got to be some sort of like bullet point of roadmap or that in the office that they want to build, right? That you want to do. So they're planning ahead. And I still don't know what. I still haven't gotten a reason why this has to happen and why this is so much better than the old method. I don't know. Why? Why is this crap so much better than the old way? I don't get it. But thankfully, rolling back is really easy. You go to the website I gave you and you just install over. And it's going to give me an error or something saying that GDevelop is running. Okay, whatever. There you go. It's updating back. It's rolling back out of that crap that I hate so much. It's ridiculous. I don't get it. And I don't get people who are defending this and saying like, oh, it's faster now. Oh, it's nicer now. It's like, I get people like Keith in the forums where he's like, I already do stuff like this. You know, I this is my workflow already. So, you know, no big deal. And I get that and I can respect that. You know, people are like, you know, I've been working like this. I don't get what the issue is. And that is fine. 'Cause I get that point of view because it's kind of like when I'm explaining to someone that my eyes don't work and they don't know, right? They don't know what it's like seeing the world through my eyes, right? So to them, it's no big deal, you know? But for people like me who are so used to this and find this so useful, it's like, this is so stupid. Again, I don't get it. Lillian. Scene. There you go. I don't get it, man. Why is this? Why did something so simple like this have to change? You want another? You want as many booleans as you want? You just copy paste. There you go. There's no errors. That was the big difference. It's such a massive difference. Just people aren't getting it right now because they haven't been bothered by it yet. You just wait until they try to do like declaring for groups, which, by the way, I found out because someone did try in the forums, and I was like, holy crap, I do that too. And then I tried it out. It's like, oh God, no. I was like, nope, rolling back. It's gone. I'm happy with this version. This is going to be the definitive version of GDevelop until something is changed. 5.3.201 is going to be the definitive version for me until that thing changes. If it doesn't change, if it never goes back, then I'll do what I can with this version, and that's it. I'll just accept that there'll be no more updates for me until this stops working for some reason. Anyways, I just wanted to explain things a bit better and show it to you. And yeah, I hope that made things a bit more clear. All right, I really detest this with a passion. You have no idea. You have no idea how much I hate a change this drastic, this without any bloody reason, right? Anyways, stay safe, guys. Peace out.